Real quick, before we hop into today's video, just wanted to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, my wallet. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know that you can see a couple of things are different here, like my mic is a little bit closer and I've got this weird pole and thing up here in the way, but what we're doing today is just like that post I made a few days ago. We're going to be opening the new Magic the Gathering Avatar The Last Airbender set. I'm super stoked for this because I'm a huge fan of the show and I haven't done Magic content really in a super long time. Haven't played really in a while. It's a game that I've always had in the pocket and I've always kind of had, you know, a fun time with, not necessarily competitively, but as more of a casual game. And so today we are finally going to get to open this right here, super long awaited set, the Avatar The Last Airbender set, right? So what I have for you here today, guys, is I have 3 collector boosters of this set, which are basically whale packs. For those of you coming from One Piece, these are just all super premium cards. They're like extra expensive, but they're all foils and you have chances for good special treatment cards and stuff. And then I have this right here, which is a play booster box, and it comes with 30 play boosters. And inside of each one of those play boosters, there is guaranteed 1 foil, and I believe also at least 1 to 2 rares, which can be a mythic. But they can have as many as 4 rares and mythics in a single box. So I'm going to start with the box, and then we'll end out with the collector boosters. So if you guys want to see the crazy hits, you can either skip to that, or I really encourage you to watch the whole video, as we will probably pull more out of this than we will out of the collectors. But with that being said, I'm just going to get straight into this, guys. I am super hyped for this. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of the Avatar The Last Airbender show, as I'm sure a lot of people are. It was one of the greatest shows ever released on Nickelodeon. One of the best cartoons of its time. Hopefully they finally give it some justice with a new show or movie or something like that. Those of you who watched the M. Night Shyamalan movie know that it has not really gotten the love it deserves. And this video, guys, I'm not going to do like a ton of cuts and stuff. I want it to be a lot more chill. I just want it to be a little bit more candid than my normal stuff. So here we go. Crack this bad boy open. It's pretty cool art there, guys. Oh, this is so sick. It's weird. It's almost like Fortnite. It feels like this game, Magic the Gathering, now having all this stuff. There's also a Spider-Man set, guys. So let me know if you guys would be interested in watching me open a box of that as well. But here we go. There's a QR code on this. I don't even know what that's for. So I'll go ahead and hold this up for you guys if you want to scan that QR code there. Boom. Got the Katara art going. Ooh, look at that. It's the ice bubble where they find him. Does it have them at the bottom there? No, it's just the ice bubble, but still. Okay, and here's the draft archetypes, I guess. So if all you sealed players out there... Hold on, let me get this where you can see it. There we go. Just for any of you draft players out there. And here we are, guys. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is such sick packaging. I'm not sponsored by them either. This is actually just genuinely cool. Oh look, it's like the back of it's like the mountains from the intros. That is so cool. All right, 14 cards per pack. 30 of these. We'll go ahead and set our collector boosters over to the side here for now. We will put our box. Let me move my mouse up here, and we'll just try to separate them out by rarity. So let's get cracking here. But yeah, guys, let me know if you are interested in doing more just pull content like this. It's a little bit more on the expensive side, but I don't really mind it. Also, I'm going to use this first pack. If there's a pack trick that we can do, then I'm going to be doing pack tricks with these. They not come with tokens anymore? I thought they did. Oh, here it is. This is just a double-sided. Ooh, okay, so we got the full art. It's that frozen ship from the Water Village. Dai Li Indoctrination. Oh, guys, this is so sick. Okay. Momo, Friendly Flyer. Look, there he is. Little guy. We got Earth Kingdom Jailer. Gran. What is this? When it becomes tapped, draw a card, then discard a card. Non-creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast, as long as there are 3 or more lessons in your graveyard. Okay, not that great, but... Cat Gator. Combustion Technique? Yo! So sick. Wandering Musicians. It's like the Secret Tunnel guy, I think, right? Origin of Metal Bending. Oh, that's the... Oh, this is sick. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. And it's an instant as well. Or put a 1/1 counter target creature control, it gets indestructible. Guys, that is sick. Okay, these cards are actually pretty powerful for just like commons and uncommons. Also, I'm working with this new overhead camera angle. So I'm sorry it's so far away. I'll try to figure out a way to get it closer in the future. Oh no, it's a bear token. Look at that. Look at him, little guy. And food on the other side. Nice. Abandoned attachments. Alright, Deserter's Disciple. Pillar launch. Yo, this is so sick, guys. Kyoshi Battle Fan. Pretending Poxbearers. Rowdy Snowballers. It's kind of annoying, actually. That would be a really good sealed card. Alright, so now we're getting into our uncommons. We have Zhao, Ruthless Admiral. Okay. 4 mana, 3/4, Firebending 2. So whenever it attacks, add 2 red, and it lasts until the end of combat. Oh, so the mana only lasts till combat. Okay. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, creatures you control get +1/+0 till end of turn. So it's like an Aristocrats combat style. Trusty Boomerang, 1 mana. Equip creature has 1 tap. Tap target creature. Return Rusty Boomerang to the owner's hand and equip 1. Okay, interesting. Glider Staff. Airbend 1 creature, which is exile it and put... Exile it, and when it's exiled, the owner can cast it for 2 colorless instead of its mana cost. An equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has flying. Okay, so it's like a little removal piece. Uncle Iroh, guys, there he is. Look at him go. So he has Firebending 1, and lessen spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. He's a 4/2? Kind of thick. Oh, we got Fire Lord Azula. Oh, this is her from the Agni Kai. Nice. So Firebending 2, it's a 4 mana 4/4, Grixis and 1. Whenever you cast a spell while Fire Lord Azula is attacking, copy it, and you can choose new targets to copy. That is crazy. So we only got 1 rare for this box, it looks like. And then Vengeful Villagers is going to be our foil. Okay, here's our token. It's a Spirit token, and then a Copy token. It's the actor from the play. That's hilarious. Alright. So you got Toph. This is a 3 mana star 3 when it enters Earthbend 2. So target land you control becomes a 0/0 and you put 2/1/1 counters on it. And when it dies or is exiled, return to the battlefield tapped. And Toph's power is equal to the number of +1/+1 counters on lands you control. Interesting. Sokka, Lateral Strategist. So 1, and then Azorius. So white or blue for a 2/4 Vigilance. So 3 for a 2/4 Vigilance is nice. Whenever and at least one other creature attack, draw a card. I like that a lot. We got the Spirit Oasis. Ooh. Legendary Enchantment Shrine. Ooh, so we got some new shrines. When it enters, draw a card for each shrine you control. Whenever another shrine you control enters, draw a card. Okay, it's actually really good for a shrine deck. Ooh, Yue the Moon Spirit along with the Spirit Shrine. Or Spirit Oasis, very nice. So 4 mana, 3/3 Flying Vigilance, Waterbend 5, and tap. You can cast a non-creature spell from your hand without paying its mana cost. Alright, what does Waterbending do? Okay, while paying a Waterbending cost, you can tap your artifacts and creatures to help. Each one pays for 1. Okay, so it's just like an alternative cost you can do that's kind of like Convoke, but also with artifacts. Okay, and then we got Otter Penguin. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, it gets +1/+2 until if turn can't be blocked. That's really good and sealed. Ooh, and then guys, Swamp. Look at this Swamp. This is sick. It's also foil. Oh my goodness, that is actually so fire. I would run this with a quickness. I'm gonna put that down here actually. Put the lands over here. Yeah, also let me know in the comments if you guys just want to see more Magic the Gathering content, because I did used to play and I do still enjoy it and have commander decks. Alright, we got Hakoda Selfless Commander. Oh, so this is Sokka's dad, I think. Yeah, Sokka and Katara's dad. Vigilance 3/5 for 4. You can look at the top card of your library at any time and cast allies from the top of your library. You can sacrifice him to give all of your creatures +0, +5, and indestructible. Oh, and we got Fire Lord Ozai. It's going to be our first mythic of the box, guys. So it's a 6 mana, so 2 black, red, 7/7 trample, firebending, 4 haste. Oh my goodness. If you would lose unspent red mana, it becomes, or if you would lose unspent mana, that mana becomes red instead. And he has flying and indestructible as long as you have 6 or more unspent mana. Guys, this card is insane. Oh my goodness. That is so cool. I like that a lot. I might have to build a deck around that. That's kind of fire. No pun intended. Merchant of Many Hats. Oh wait, this card's actually cracked too. That definitely goes infinite in an Aristocrats deck probably, because you can bring it back for a free ability. Avatar enthusiast. No way. Wait, guys, this is the foaming mouth guy from the Kyoshi Island. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is so funny. uh Ooh, we got our first alternate art, or is this extended art? I think this is alternate. But yeah, Daily Agents, 5 mana, 3/4 human soldier. When it enters, Earthbend 1, then Earthbend 1. So you make 2/1/1 Earth, like 2/1/1 land creatures. And whenever this creature attacks, each opponent loses X, and you gain X, where X is the number of creatures you control with a 1/1 counter on them. That's pretty cool. That's almost, I would think this was a legendary on first glance, low key. All right, we got Hey Bye, Spirit of Balance. Oh, this is the panda one. Look at this, guys. Look at this art. This is actually fire. Hold on. All right, look at this art, guys. There we go. So he's the panda on top, and then underneath is the like spirit world version of it. That is so sick. Please tell me this is good. Whenever Hey Bye enters or attacks, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, put 2/1/1 counters on it. Okay, it's not bad for aristocrats. And then whenever it leaves the battlefield, put its counters on target creature you control. It's not amazing, but it's pretty cool. And dude, black-white panda makes sense, right? Okay, we got our first Aang, guys. Aang the Last Airbender. All right, so we got 4 mana for a 3/2 flyer. When he enters, airbend another target non-land permanent, and then whenever you cast a lesson spell, he gains lifelink. Oh, that's pretty cool. Ooh, let's go. We got Sokka, boys. We got Sokka. All right, Sokka, Bull Boomeranger. So 2 mana, blue-red, for an Is It creature, 1/1. When he enters, discard up to 2 cards and draw that many. Whenever you cast an artifact or less and put a 1/1 counter on him. It's like, okay. Alright, June Bounty Hunter. Oh, this is the chick that rides the Badger Mole. That's so sick. I forgot about her. Alright, June can't be blocked as long as you've drawn 2 or more cards in this turn. Pay 1, sacrifice another creature, create a clue. Okay. Honest Work. 1 blue for an aura. Enchant creature an opponent controls. When it enters, tap it and remove all counters from it. And then enchant a creature loses all abilities and is a citizen with base power and toughness 1/1 and has tap. Add colorless, named Humble Merchant. Wait, this is insane. This is 1 mana? Yo! I mean, sure, it technically ramps them, but like, good grief. The Boulder! The Boulder feels conflicted about fighting a little girl. Oh, he's got the quote. The Boulder's gonna win this in a landslide. Oh, that's sick. Alright, whenever he attacks, Earthbend X, where X is the number of your creatures with 4 greater power. That's pretty good. That's all he does. Ooh, we have a rare land. Realm of Ko. So it enters tapped unless you control a basic land. You can tap it to add black, and you can pay 4 plus tapping it to create a 1/1 colorless spirit. With this token, can't block or be blocked, except by non-spirit creatures. Oh, it's the hawk. Tua. It'll quench ya. Oh my goodness, this is when Sokka got drunk off of cactus juice. Okay, and we have a second mythic here. The Legend of Yang Cheng. So it's 3 white, so 5 for an enchantment saga. Starting with you, each player chooses up to 1 permanent with mana value 3 or greater from among permanents your opponents control. Exile those permanents. Okay, so you just remove up to 3 or 4 things from everybody else's board that are big. Second step, you may have target opponent draw 3 cards. If you do, draw 3 cards. Okay, I like that. Exile it and then return it. So it turns into Avatar Yang Cheng, which is a 4/5 legendary creature avatar with flying. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, airbend another target non-land permanent. That is so sick. I love this card. That is really cool. Oh, we got a rare card. So we got Zuko Conflicted. So black and red. Legendary creature, human rogue. He's a 2/3. At the beginning of your first main phase, choose one that hasn't been chosen and you lose 2 life. Draw a card, put a 1/1 counter on him, add red, or exile him, and then return him to the battlefield under an opponent's control. Yo, this is sick. I like this. Alright, this was the card that we saw earlier. So this is Aang, Swift Savior. So it's 1 white blue for a 2/3 flash flying human avatar ally. When he enters, airbend up to one other target creature or spell, so that's why he has flash. You can actually just counter a spell, essentially, that your opponent's trying to play. Waterbend 8 and transform him. So then he turns into Aang and La, Ocean's Fury. So this is a 5/5 reach trample avatar spirit ally. Whenever Aang and La attack, put a 1/1 counter on each tapped creature you control. So it's like, okay. I like the counter on it, though. And it can be good as a commander, too, because you just have a counter spell in the command zone, effectively. Boomy. Ooh, what does he do? So 5 and a green for a 4/4 legendary human creature, or legendary creature humanable ally. When he enters, choose up to X, where X is the number of lessons in your graveyard. And there's 3 of them. Put 3 1/1 counters on him. Target player scries 3 and Earthbend 3. Ty Lee. Ooh, I have to read this one. It's my girl Ty Lee. It's actually kind of sick art too. All right, so 3 mana, so 2 and a red for a 3/2 with prowess. It's a human performer. When Ty Lee attacks, you may pay 1. When you do, target creature can't block this turn. All right, and then we have a rare here, Elemental Teachings. It's a 4 mana, 4 and 1 green for an instant lesson. Search your library for up to 4 land cards with different names and reveal them. An opponent chooses 2. Put those into your graveyard and the rest onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. 4 land cards. Okay, that's kind of insane. Really good in like a lands matter graveyard deck. Combustion Man. Yo, that art is so sick. Whenever he attacks, destroy target permanent unless its controller has Combustion Man, deal damage to them equal to his power. That's whenever he attacks too. That's pretty good. And I think the full arts, let me double check my other one real quick. Yeah, the full arts all have Appa in the top, I just realized. If you can see right there, he's over the boat there. And then here he's like way up there. Where is he? There he is. Yeah, right there. And then right there on the swamp. Yeah, cool. Secret tunnel, secret tunnel. Let's go. That is hilarious. All right, what does this do? This land can't be blocked. Oh yeah, because of earthbending. Tap, add colorless, 4 tap and 2 target creatures you control that share a creature type can't be blocked this turn. Because of the... I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Oh, we got a second rare. Firebending Student. So 2 mana for a 1/2 with prowess. I like that. It's a human monk. Firebend X, where X is this creature's power. That's pretty good. Alright, Crashing Wave. So it's a sorcery for 2. As an additional cost, Waterbend X. Tap up to X target creatures, then distribute 3 stun counters among tapped creatures your opponents control. That's cool. So it doesn't even have to be the ones that you did. Secret of Bloodbending. So we have our 3rd mythic here. So 4 blue for a sorcery lesson. As additional cost, you may waterbend 10. You control target opponent during their next combat. If this spell's additional cost was paid, you control that player during their next turn instead. Exile Secret of Bloodbending. It's alright. I think waterbending 10's a bit much for controlling a player. Avatar Destiny. 2 and 2 green for an enchantment aura. Enchant creature you control. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each creature card in your graveyard and is an avatar in addition to its other types. And then when enchanted creature dies, mill cards equal to its power and return this card to the owner's hand and up to one creature card milled this way to the battlefield. Oh my goodness. Wait, this is disgusting. This is foul. This card is insane. That's that's really cool. I really like that card. Ooh, we got a extended art. Fire Nation attacks. Create 2/2/2 red soldier creature tokens with firebending 1, and it's got flashback. 8 in a red. Our alts aren't that great from this so far, but whatever. Leaves from the vine. Day of Black Sun. Alright, so it's a sorcery for X and 2 black. Each creature with mana value X or less loses all abilities until end of turn and destroy those creatures. Excuse me? Okay, so it's just a goated board wipe. Because it also removes stuff like hexproof and indestructible and all that. That's bonkers. That's really good. Oh, Fire Nation Palace. I think this is a double hit because this is kind of early. So this land enters tapped unless you control a basic land. You tap it to add red. You can pay 1 in a red and tap it to target creature you control gains firebending 4. Oh, that's pretty good. Alright, rare, Raven Eagle. So 2 and a black for a 2/3 flyer. When it enters or attacks, exile it to 1 target card from a graveyard. If a creature card is exiled this way, create a clue token. And whenever you draw your second card each turn, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Ooh, this is going in one of my decks for sure. Redirect Lightning. Ooh, this is the counterspell. This is really good. I guess I'll read it just so you guys know how, like, what it does. So it's a 1 mana instant lesson that says, as an additional cost to cast this spell, you may pay 5 life or 2. And it says, change the target of target spell or ability with a single target. Oh, we got a mythic. Let's go. It's Ko, the Face Stealer. Oh, remember this guy from the Spirit Realm? This, like, worm feller? Alright, 4 black for a 6/6 Shapeshifter Spirit. When it enters, exile up to 1 other target creature, and whenever another non-token creature dies, you may exile it. You can pay 1 life and choose a creature card exile with Ko, and he has all activated and triggered abilities of the last chosen card. So he basically is anything that dies. And he's also removal on play. Ooh, and we got a rare here as well for our foil, and it's going to be the Lion Turtle. So Elder Cat Turtle, 1 green blue, Vigilance Reach, 3/6. Whenever he enters, you gain 3 life, and he can't attack or block unless there are 3 or more lesson cards in your graveyard, and you can tap, add 1 mana of any color. Interesting. Ooh, let's go. We got Redirect Lightning, but it is the showcase version here. Look at that, guys. Oh my goodness. That is sick. Let me see if I can get this to focus real quick. And then these are our last 2 cards here. There we go. Look at that. That is so sick. Oh, we got a real Katara. Hold on. Alright, here we go. Katara, Water Tribe's Hope. So 5 mana, so 2 white, blue for a 3/3 Vigilance Human Warrior ally. When she enters, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. And then Waterbend X. Creatures you control have base power and toughness XX. Until end of turn, X cannot be 0. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Wait, this is crazy in my Zinnia deck, because you can just make everything a base power and toughness 1/1, and then Zinnia just becomes huge. That is so sick. I like that. That is a cool card. Oh! Oh, this looks insane. Oh, this is one of my favorite cards from, like, back in the day when I was, like, didn't have super great decks. So Fevered Visions. This is an interesting card. So it's an enchantment for 1 red-blue. At the beginning of each player's end step, that player draws a card. If the player is your opponent and has 4 more cards in their hand, this enchantment deals 2 damage to that player. That is so sick looking, guys. Oh my goodness. I call that a hit. Oh, let's go. It's a multi-hit too. All right, Firelord Zuko. So red, white, black. So Mardu for a 2/4 firebending X-human noble ally. X is Firelord Zuko's power. And whenever you cast a spell from exile, and whenever a permanent you control enters from exile, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Very interesting. So we got like a real Zuko this time. Ooh, and we got another mythic, guys, and it is going to be Avatar Aang. So this is going to be fire, earth, air, and water type, or red, green, white, blue. He's going to be flying and firebending too, and whenever you waterbend, earthbend, firebend, or airbend, draw a card. And he's a 4/4. And then if you've done all 4 this turn, so if you've bended every element, you transform Avatar Aang. So Avatar Aang transforms into Aang, Master of Elements. Avatar State, that's fire. Flying, spells you cast cost Wooburg less to cast. And it only reduces, oh wait, hold on. This is broken. It can reduce, I was going to say, normally when a card like this says reduces by Wooburg, it says only reduces the colored cost. This says this can reduce generic cost, guys. That is absurd. So your spells just cost 5 less to include Wooburg. At the beginning of each upkeep, you may transform Aang, Master of Elements. If you do, you gain 4 life, draw 4 cards, put 4 1/1 counters on him, and he deals 4 damage to each opponent. Okay, so you would never transform this back because the other side is just broken, but oh my goodness. I might build this, guys. Let me know in the comments if you want to see me build an Avatar deck around Avatar Aang and just bend every single turn if we can. Oh, we got another mythic. Let's go, guys. We're just like that. All right, we got Phoenix Fleet Airship. So 2 and 2 black for a 4/4 flying artifact vehicle. At the beginning of your end step, if you sacrificed a permanent this turn, create a token that's a copy of this vehicle. As long as you control 8 or more permanents named Phoenix Fleet Airship, this vehicle is an artifact creature. And it's got crew 1. Okay, so that's actually not that great for a mythic, in my opinion. It's okay in, wait a minute, hold on. Oh, no, you make a copy. Okay, so in Aristocrats decks, you basically just make infinite airships at some point. It's only at the beginning of your end step, though, so it is unfortunately balanced. Otherwise, that card would be pretty good. All right, and that's going to be it for our play booster box of Avatar The Last Airbender. So let me clear these off here. We got some really good pulls, guys. I'll leave those out, and I'll just put the rest of these away. But yeah, let me know in the comments, guys, if you want me to build the Avatar deck, because I would be more than happy to if that is something you guys would like to see. And here we go with the collector boosters. Okay, so here we go. This is the first of our collector boosters. These were quite pricey. In fact, not only that, though, I was only allowed to buy 3 of them at the place I went to. I was going to get like 5 or 6 for you guys, but they only let me get you 3, so. All right, and for these ones, there are this version of the card. It's like a neon foil. You'll know what it looks like because it's basically, if you remember the stills from the start, when they're like earth, water, fire, air. That part, it looks like one of those. We got my Jaded Edge. That is sick art. Oh my goodness. All right, so I love the art cards there. All right, let's flip it over. Katara, Waterbending Master. Oh, we didn't have this one. Oh, this is sick. This one, she's like surfing on the ice board. And this is also extended art you can see here. It's like going over the border. So it's a 2 mana 1/3. Whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, you get an experience counter. And whenever she attacks, you may draw a card for each experience counter you have. And if you do, discard a card. Broken. Also, it's a human warrior ally, if that matters. That is insane, guys. And that's our foil extended art mythic. Ooh, we have the, I don't even know what this treatment is called. I think it's Sketchbook is what I call it. Fire Nation Drill. So 2 and 2 black for a 6/3 legendary artifact vehicle with trample and crew 2. Whenever it enters, you may tap it. When you do, destroy target creature with power 4 or less. And you can pay 1 and permanents your opponent's control lose hexproof and indestructible till end of turn. That's pretty strong. Whoa, and we got a special treatment right here of Eldamri's Call. So this is Lifelong Friendship. You can see this is a foil as well. So green and a white for an instant. Search your library for a creature, reveal it, put it in your hand and shuffle. So that is a tutor card. Look at that, guys. That is so sick. Ooh, and we got a foil showcase of Iroh as well. Iroh Grand Lotus. So 3 green, blue, red for legendary creature human noble ally with firebending 2. He's a 5/5. During your turn, this is the other card that I considered making a commander after. During your turn, each non-lesson instant and sorcery card in your graveyard has flashback, and the flashback cost is equal to its mana cost. In addition, during your turn, each lesson card in your graveyard has flashback 1 colorless. So insane. This card plus Mystics of the Is Magnus, I believe, just makes all of your lessons in your graveyard free. Really, really cool, guys. So what a crazy first pack for the collector's pack. Just a lot of bombs. We've already seen this one. Ooh, Sunbaked Canyon is going to be... Oh, this is a really good land too, guys. Tap, pay a life, add red or white, and 1 tap, sack it, draw a card. This is really good. Look at that. And our last card. Alright, it's going to be the storybook version, or our showcase version of the Boggy Swamp Visions. Pretty cool. Scout's Warning. The next creature card you play this turn can be played as though it had flash, and you draw a card for 1. And last is the final version of Uncle Iroh, being Iroh Tea Master. So 1 red, white for a 2/2 human citizen ally. Whenever Iroh enters, create a food token. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may have target opponent gain control of target permanent you control. When you do, create a 1/1 white ally creature token and put a 1/1 counter on that token for each permanent you own that your opponents control. Oh, so this goes in like the Zedu group hug decks. Not that crazy strong in my opinion, but still. Alright, and that's going to be our opening of the Avatar The Last Airbender set, guys. So overall, I think we got some pretty crazy cards here. But yeah, guys, let me know if you want to see me make this Aang commander deck here. I think it'd be a really fun build, right? Just use a lot of the Avatar cards, as well as fun old cards to try and get firebending and stuff like that. It's been a really fun opening, guys. Thanks so much for watching the video. If you liked it, as always, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, as it really helps out my channel a ton. Leave a comment in the comment section down below saying what you did or didn't like about it, letting me know if you want me to build that Aang commander deck or not, and see some gameplay or some ideas behind it. Feel free to share with your friends so that they can also enjoy the content and see me gamble some more of my money away. And look forward to my next video or upload, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss it. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to see you in the next video. You guys have a blessed day.